Hi, Delilah. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Jackie, and I'm going to be your social worker. So, my job with you will be to develop and help you understand any with your current problems and help you work through them. I won't be telling you what to do because you understand your situation better than I would, or better than I ever would. Um, However, you do have a lot of control over the situation. So, for you, you have some responsibilities too, and it can be hard to open up with someone and be vulnerable, especially if you don't know them. Um, but I want you to be as open and honest as possible with me. Changes won't happen overnight, and I want you to work and talk to me during our session. If you have any questions, please ask me about them at any point. And I want you to feel as comfortable as possible while we're here. So, what is it that you came in today that you want to talk about?
Well, recently I've been experiencing like a lot of general anxiety about a lot of things, and it started affecting my life a lot more than normal. Really specifically, like it's seeped into I can't even like go out and go grocery shopping and buy food for myself because I get so anxious about it. So,
What do you think makes you anxious? Being around the people, or is there something else?
I think there's actually a lot of things.
Mhm.
Almost everything. I get anxious about, like, the thought of spending money. I
Yeah.
don't like spending money, it makes me anxious. I get anxious about, like, buying the right food. I get anxious about, like, if I have people with me, like, they're gonna judge me for the things that I buy. I get anxious about, like, being there by myself because I don't know what to do and I don't have anybody there to make me buy anything. So there's, like, a lot of factors that go into just me being generally anxious the entire time. I am trying to, you know, buy food for myself. So,
Mhm. So you feel anxious when you're around a lot of people and you're afraid that they're judging you. Do you think that's correct?
usually, yeah.
Why do you think that they're judging you?
I think that I know it's a really irrational thought because I know that nobody there is actually paying attention to me or cares, but I think it's just overthink everything I do, so I assume that everybody else there is also overthinking everything I do.
Mhm.
So,
Have you like tried any skills or anything while you're out and about doing stuff to like help you become less anxious?
um, no, I usually just, I've actually resorted to just not going out and about. I don't like to go shopping, so I just don't. My friends go out to eat a lot, so I just go out to eat with them, or I will, just go on campus somewhere and get food there. But for the most part, I just have resorted to not doing anything. So,
So you find yourself like avoiding the problem instead of like hitting it head on?
yes.
Okay, I feel that. Think that right now there's a lot going on too, and it can be harder to put yourself out there and be like vulnerable in those situations. I'm glad you came to talk about it. Um, do you think that this is something that will go on for a while, or do you think that there's going to be like a way to like minimize your anxiety?
I feel like there are definitely workarounds to the problem, but I also feel like it's going to be a very prolonged problem because I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to like changing my actions or like doing anything about my problems. I would rather just like accept that I have a problem and complain about it than change it.
I
So,
understand that. So, do you feel anxious when you're in the grocery store? Do you think that if you were with like a friend going to the grocery store, that would help you?
um, so one of the biggest problems I have actually with shopping is I don't have a car. So usually when I go grocery shopping, I have to have somebody take me, which makes it worse
Hmm.
somehow because I feel like the person there is gonna like question all of my choices.
Hmm.
And also at the same time, they're like pressuring me to get things and I can't like commit to actually getting things
Hmm.
because I'm worried that like I'm gonna get something that I don't need. So I would almost rather go alone, I think, than with somebody else, but, like, my biggest problem is I don't really have the choice of going alone right now in the current, like, season of my life, not having a car. So, I think I need to more get used to like being less like cognizant of what I think other people are thinking while I'm shopping, and like being able to handle having somebody with me while I shop.
I can definitely relate to that too. I don't have a car, so I understand where you're coming from, where like you always have to like rely on different people, which can be hard because you don't want to like feel like a burden. Do you think
Mhm.
that could play into it a little bit?
I definitely feel that way. Like I feel like because they had to bring me there, I feel more pressure to like be efficient because they've gone out of their way for me.
Hmm.
And so like that just like really brings like an extra layer of anxiety on me because I'm like, okay, well, like I have to do all these things and I have to like find out what I want and like get all these things and like have a successful time because I can't just give up and not get anything because they've gone out of their way for me. So I
Hmm.
have to like follow through with like buying groceries, even though by the time I get there and like start shopping, I'm like, I'm just leaving. Like I don't want to be here. I don't want to get anything. I'm not getting anything,
Hmm.
which
Have
happens.
Yeah. Have you and your roommates ever like considered you like buy stuff together and then you share it all, or are you not like as close with your roommates like that?
It's funny that you say that because my roommates all buy their groceries together, but don't include me in that,
Oh, okay.
which is like cute of them. Um,
That's interesting.
it's they say it's because, oh well, we know you're not going to eat anything we get because
Mhm.
they're all like super super healthy, and I'm very average in the things that I eat, and they eat lots of vegetables and green stuff and chicken, lots and lots of chicken all the time. Um, so I kind of like am left with a house full of food that I'm not allowed to eat because I didn't pay for it, which is like an extra thing where like they're also really healthy. And so like I feel like I'm gonna get all this food and bring it there on top of all of their healthy food. And they're like,
Yeah.
which they do that.
Oh, they're judgy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Have you ever considered like I know that Kroger you can like order your stuff online and just go to pick it up. Have you ever considered doing that?
I have got my groceries delivered once, which was really nice. It was really like stress free. I just like
Hmm.
opened the door and they were sitting on my like porch, which was
Hmm.
really nice. I think like the biggest thing standing in the way of that is like a motivational thing. Like sitting there and like ordering groceries online like is like a whole task and I'm not like a highly motivated person.
Hmm.
And so like I just like would rather just not do anything than like sit down and order all the groceries and make sure I have
Yeah,
everything I want. And so it's just like a cycle, like a never ending cycle of reasons that I just don't have food ever.
that makes sense. I definitely can get that. Um, do you like to cook? I feel like that can also play into it if you're not really like big on cooking and stuff. It's can be harder to like motivate yourself to
I
eat.
actually really do like to cook. And when I do
Oh.
have food, I like to cook it and I like to eat there as in my apartment.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that that kind of goes back to like when I'm cooking, I feel like my roommates are like, what you making there?
Do you think that you could like try to be healthier, or are they like an extreme type of healthy?
I feel like they're very average
Okay.
in like health, like they just like
Hmm.
eat generally good. They're not like vegans or anything.
Hmm.
But I was raised like eating chicken nuggets and french fries all the
I would
time.
too.
So I have the palate of a 5-year-old. So I don't like any of the things they eat. Lots of
Okay, that makes more sense.
onions and like things I just don't like. I don't like tomatoes and they eat a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah,
So
I get that. Um, well, I think that maybe if you like put some time aside in your week to do like the online shopping thing, that
mhm.
it could be really beneficial. What I like to do is like reward myself for doing little tasks. So like I'll get myself a cup of coffee if I'm like if there's something that I need to do. And like so little rewards throughout the day that can help you with like doing those types of tasks. So, unfortunately, our time is coming to an end today. I think we've made some good progress in understanding where the anxiety is coming from and what really makes you anxious with like how your roommates are and how they are judging you for that type of thing. I want you so when we meet next week, I want you to have gone grocery shopping and get your groceries. And I want to hear what kind of stuff you got. And then, like, once you have your groceries, you can like reward yourself by cooking because that's something that you like to do, right? Okay. Do I end the session now? Like to
I
get
think,
the recording?
ooh, honestly, I would.